Good evening, world. This is Ivan Omer. This will be another video. This will be a continuation of my Lord of the Rings read along. I'm on chapter 8 in the Fog of the Barrow Downs. So when Frodo, Sam, Pip, and Merry they take the journey to the Barrow Downs. I believe they get trapped. They get trapped in Barrow Downs, and then Tom Bombadil rescues them, or Frodo. I don't know. I forget what happens, but they go through the Barrow Downs. Something doesn't go well. Something doesn't go well. And then Tom Bombadil rescues them from the Barrow Downs, obviously. You guys are probably wondering, Ivan, why are you wearing a woman's shirt? Because I told you I don't have that much clothes, hence why I'm wearing a woman's shirt, obviously. So you're going to have to excuse the woman's shirt that I'm wearing, obviously. Got my coffee. I even have donuts. So I'm eating donuts today. After this video, I will go to the store, get a pack of smokes, and enjoy the show, obviously. Right? Ivan, why aren't you getting beer? Why aren't you getting beer and smokes or food? Because I want to save some of my money. That's why. Because this is my last check. I get my actual government checks. I get my direct deposit, like my $90 direct deposit, whatever. My $89 direct deposit on top of my $750 government check that I got. And I also get sent a check, like a $75 check, whatever it is. So that's nice because that extra money I can use to get like smokes and beer and that kind of stuff. Because this is my final check. After this check, I will not be receiving any more. I might receive more, I don't know, but from what I've read in the information, that September 30th is my final my final welfare check. Hence what? Hence why October 30th is my final month. Obviously. I want to make the announcement in late October. Either early November or late October. Either like October 30th, October 31st around Halloween, or like November 1st, November 2nd around there. I'll make that. Because the actual government check I'm going to get, I'm going to use that to for smokes, obviously. So once I run out of my welfare check, I'll still have enough money for like a good like five more days, whatever it is, to get smokes. And during those 5 days, I'm gonna take my nice walks, have a smoke, and enjoy myself because I know all hell's gonna break loose. That donut was good, man. Yeah. Hence why you world better stop taking for granted. When I mean like all hell's gonna break loose, I really mean it. Like all hell's gonna break loose for Ivan O'Mara and VJ. All hell's gonna break loose for Ivan O'Mara because I know once I make that final announcement, the gatekeeper, my stepfamily are the gatekeepers, VJ's stepfamilies are the gatekeepers. They know I have the keys. They know I have the keys. They also know I wrote the best fantasy novel ever. They've read some of my book, obviously. Because they hacked my laptop, they've read some of my book, obviously. Both VJ's stepfamily and my stepfamily, they've obviously read some of my book, obviously. And they know how an amazing story I wrote. It's a billion-dollar story. They also know I'm the son of God, and so everyone will buy my book. And they also know I have the keys. And so I don't have to sell to any gatekeeper. Hence why they know, and because I have the keys, it means what? Financial control, power, obviously. I have a lot of power. I have the keys, hence I can make billions for me and my wife, obviously. Because they don't want me and my wife they don't want me to be my wife mainly. They also don't want me having financial control, even though you locked all the doors on me. And you locked all the doors on me. When I'm free, I'm poor. And when my wife sells, you won't even let, even when you have control of finances, you still won't even let her be a billionaire because they're fucking selfish people, obviously. They want their full cake no matter what. And they know my Last of Zeus book is the last hope for me and my wife to be king and queen. They know I now have a platform for making money for myself. They know I own all the rights to my book because because I have the keys. I don't have to sell to any gatekeeper. Obviously, I can open my own door. Hence why their true nature will show. And when I mean true nature, I mean like something very scary. You're looking at something like the mafia. You know how when you watch like movies, when like the bosses of the mafia, they kill people. They're fucking scary. They pull out a gun. You're looking at something scary like that for Ivan America. Obviously, you're looking at something fucking scary. You're looking at something so scary that after I leave that room, I'm gonna break down in tears. I'm gonna have a mental breakdown. Guaranteed, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break down in tears. And I'm gonna break down in tears. I'm probably gonna walk to the store and get a smoke, and like I'm gonna break down tears. I'm gonna have sleepless nights, man. It's gonna be very tough for me to sleep because I now know that's my fate, which is a very horrific thought. But I have no choice. If VJ to see me, I have to die. That's how it works. I can easily run away. The easiest choice for me is to escape death. I can easily just run away, be king of my own, escape death and all that stuff. I can easily do that. That's the easiest choice to make, obviously. But then I would what? I would crush my wife. Obviously, my wife would never see me. My wife would never see me. She'd see hell forever. She'd cry every night. You know what I'm saying? I'd crush my wife if I abandoned her like that, obviously. Which I'm not gonna do, obviously. You guys already know what I'm gonna do. You know I'm gonna save her, obviously. But you don't. You have no idea what the hell I have to go through to save my wife, man. Save her, even though it's her fault and she sold out. Even though you guys set the whole thing up, it's her fault she sold out. She cries every night knowing when she knows it's her fault that she sold out. She fucking cries every night. Like, VJ, you fucking sold out. It's your fucking fault. Like, why are you crying to me, man? It's not my fault, man. Don't blame me for you not seeing me. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, though, the whole thing was set up for her. They made sure she got infected. Hence why they knocked me off that rock, obviously. And VJ was ignorant. She didn't know. I guarantee you, VJ didn't know that if I have sex with this guy, I won't see Ivan. She didn't know, man. She was very young. She got duped, obviously, and now it's too late because now she's been seeing hell for what, for 2 decades, obviously. Hence why you better fucking enjoy this series while you can, as a countdown's ticking. Tomorrow, I gave it some thought. Tomorrow I will make that Swimming the Sharks video. I'll take a break off my Lord of the Rings series. Tomorrow I will make that Swimming the Sharks video. But there's a good chance I will not be able to use my stepbrother's laptop because there's a personal issue going on upstairs, and there's people sleeping upstairs at night, overnight. I can't make my videos. I'm gonna have to make the video during the day because there's people sleeping upstairs. Personal issues. I don't want to talk about it. Hence, if I make a video late at night, I love making videos late at night because it's nice and quiet. There's no noise. Whereas when I make videos during the day, you hear some of the noise, obviously. Hence, there's a good chance I'll write on my notebook. I'll write on my notebook for my Swimming with the Sharks video. I'll just write on my notebook. I wanted to use my brother's laptop because I want to show you guys pictures as usual, obviously. But I've already shown you more than enough pictures. You guys already know what I'm talking about. You know about the luxury jet, my $100 million rooftop condo, my luxury yacht, my nice surf I'm gonna yacht I'm gonna own, my $7 million jet, my $100 million rooftop condo, my luxury office, the building for my special effects team. You guys already get an idea of what I'm talking about, obviously. So I've shown you guys dozens of pictures, a couple dozen pictures. I've shown you guys many pictures. You guys already get an idea what I'm talking about. So because the only reason why I want to have a laptop is I want to show you guys pictures, obviously. Whenever a video is part of my miscellaneous series, I like to show you guys pictures. Obviously, but there's a good chance I will not be using my separator's laptop because there's people upstairs and some personal issues going on in the house. Hence, there's a good chance that they're not going to let me use my separator's laptop, obviously. As usually I take my separator's, I steal the laptop at night when I make the video and I put the laptop back, obviously. But because there's people upstairs late at night, I won't be able to make my Swimming with the Sharks video late at night. I want to make it late at night because it's nice and quiet, and I won't be using my separator's laptop. That's too bad, obviously. But I'll write it on my notebook. That way I'm organized. I'm not gonna make the video cold turkey as I do for when I make these videos now. I don't have any notes, but when I make that Swimming with the Sharks video, I'm gonna write it on my notebook. That way I'm organized. I'll talk usual about Sky Source, other side things. And then for the final, I don't know, I'll talk for a good hour, and the final 30 minutes, I'll babble on about the final, I don't know, 45 minutes, whatever it is, I'll babble on, I'll talk about the process of Amazon. I'll talk about the actors. I already delved in depth about that stuff though. So you guys already get what I'm talking about. I thought it'd be cool to make a Swimming in Sharks video. I'll talk about Amazon. I'll talk about either releasing a movie on Amazon or releasing it online. Because who knows, I might perhaps release a movie online. Because if Amazon, there's a good chance Amazon might be greedy. You never know, obviously. Amazon wants more than 40%. I'm just going to release a movie online. My movie won't come in posters. You'll still see them. It'll still be amazing quality. You'll see HD, 1080p HD, amazing quality. Less professional because you're watching it online. The good thing is that about online, I don't have to worry about distribution. You just go online, you pay, and you get to watch the movie, obviously. But it's less professional, and the movie won't come with posters, obviously. Right? But I'll make more money reselling my movie online than selling it on Amazon. A bit more money, not that much money, but I'll make a bit more money selling it online, because online you get like, if you sell it online on your own website, you get like 90% of the profits, because there's a small fee you have to pay to download, to put it online and all that stuff. I'll make like 90% of the pie, man, if I release it online. But the thing about online, it's cheaper. I'm only releasing, if I release it online, I'll make pretty much about the same amount of money I'll make for 4K Blu-ray. Because 4K Blu-ray, I'm pricing it for like $180, $200, whereas online I'd price it for $40. So I'd make a bit more money online because I'm making like 9% of the profits, but like I'm making it for my movies will be a lot cheaper. It'll be like $40 a pop, $40 per volume, around there. Yeah, like $40. Yeah, so online I'd make a bit more money, but not that much money. Whereas there's a lot of money to be made in 4K Blu-ray as long as you price it well. You price your 4K Blu-ray movies for a lot of money in your posters, you make a lot of money. Make a lot of money too. Making a lot of money as long as you price it well. If I don't price my movies well, I won't make as much. That's why I'm pricing my Last of Us series, 4K Blu-ray movie series. My Last of Us box set for like $180 around there. So it's pricey, but it's worth it, because not even the movie is worth it because you'll be watching it like every week. And it's my movies. My movies are the exception. My movies are the only movies whereby they're worth a lot of money, obviously. I'll never rip you guys off, like charge you like $400. No. That's very, very pricey. But like my Last of Us series will be like $180. My Organization movie will probably be like $90. All my movies are going to be expensive, man. My Organization movie, even though it's one movie, I'm probably going to sell it for $90. That way I make a nice profit, obviously. I'll sell it for a good $90, $95. My Organization movie, which is worth it, obviously. It's a nice 4-hour movie, and the posters. Organization movie, I'll have that come with 4 posters. Last of Us, I'll have it come with 6 posters. And They're Unique, I'll have it come. All my movies, I'll have it come with 4 posters, except for Zanus. Zanus, I'll have it come with 6 posters. And for the 6 posters, you're looking at a good, like, I don't know, $80, $100. And then for the Organization movie, I'll have it come with 4 posters. So I'll do a thing where you have one poster where it's like me. It's a poster of me and my wife. I'll tell the followers I want one poster of just me and my wife because we're the leads for the Organization movie, obviously. And then for Zanus, I want to have one Tactius poster where it's just me, Tactius, and the other ones, the other ones are like group. You have all the main actors featured on the poster. You know how Avengers Infinity War, you had a bunch of actors featured on the posters. You're looking at something like that for the Last of Us poster. All the major actors are all featured on the posters, as well as from my other movies. Organization movie, all the major actors are featured. But I want one poster where it's just me and my wife featured too, obviously. So one poster where it's me and my wife featured, and the other like 3, all the major actors are featured on the posters. And they get the $50,000 royalty check for the posters, so for being featured on a poster, you get a $50,000 royalty check, which is fucking nice. And so I'm being very, very generous. For being featured on a poster, you get a $50,000 royalty check. Considering me and my wife are gonna make hundreds of millions off the posters, it doesn't hurt to pay them all the major actors featured a nice $50,000 royalty check, which is like $100,000 in your bank. So you get a $100,000 paycheck for being featured on a couple posters, which is fucking nice, man. Considering me and my wife are going to make hundreds of millions off the posters, as the actors are only going to take a good $200,000 royalty check paying the actors, they're only taking 0.00 like 1% of the pie. So me and my wife are still technically making our 60%, because $250,000 is chump change if you're making like $500, $800 million off the posters, obviously. So I'm nice enough to even pay them a $2,000 royalty check for being featured on the posters, which is fucking nice, obviously. all the major actors for all my movies get featured on the posters for all my movies, and they get a $250,000 royalty check for being featured on the posters, which is nice, obviously. So what I'll do is once me and my wife get our first royalty check, our big fat check from Amazon. Amazon sends us the royalty checks, the monthly royalty checks. For our first big check we get for our poster sales. When me and my wife get that first check, we transfer what? Okay, we know how many actors we're paying. We transfer, I don't know, to pay 10, 15 actors, $200,000 will cost like $2.5, $3 million. We transfer $3 million out of our pocket, obviously, the money that we got paid for the posters. We transfer it to the business account, and the accountant punches in the $250,000 royalty check, and it gets deposited into all the actors' account. Obviously, that's how it's going to work. Obviously, as I'm not a fan of having Amazon taking a certain percentage. No, that's just more complicated. As I don't know how many actors are gonna be featured in the posters. That's why never do like that. No, Skysers gets 60% for the posters. Amazon gets 40% for the posters. Obviously, and then when me and my wife get our first royalty check for the posters, we take $3 million from our account, we transfer it to the business account, and we use that to pay the actors their $250,000 royalty check. That's how it's going to work. It's much easier that way. See, it's much easier because at the end of the day, when I sign with Amazon, I don't know how many actors are going to be featured on the poster. Hence why you don't have them take a percentage and give it to the actors. No, because you don't know how many actors are going to be featured on the poster. Hence why you have to wait until the photographer takes all the pictures. They tell you how many actors are featured. You know how many actors are featured. Me and my wife get our first royalty check for our posters, and then we take like $3 million, $2.5 million, and we transfer that to the business account, and that money is used to pay the actors a $250,000 royalty check, which will get deposited into the bank account, which is fucking nice. A $100,000 check for being featured on a couple posters, right? Because I want all the major actors featured on a good like 3 posters. And then I'll have one poster dedicated for me and my wife. We have one nice poster where it's just me and my wife, and the other 3 for the organization will be all the major actors are featured on those posters. And they'll be sold on Amazon. The actors get a $2,000-$3,000 royalty check for being featured on the posters, obviously. So good news, by the way, the keyboard on my phone works now. As you guys saw in my last video, you actually saw the title. The keyboard on my phone works well. Keyboard on my phone works now, so now what? But just in case it doesn't work, I'm still going to tell you what part I'm on now, just in case the keyboard doesn't work. That way you're not confused, obviously. So even though my keyboard on my phone works, you'll see the title now, like part 1, I'm saying part 1, chapter 8, part 2, chapter 8, part 2, that kind of stuff. Even though my keyboard on my phone works, I'm going to tell you what part I'm on just in case, because it doesn't work. Just in case it doesn't work, this is part 1. When I start part 2, I'm going to tell you I'm on part 2. That way you guys are not confused, obviously. Right? I'm going to keep saying this, world. You might hear some noises. The countdown to this amazing miscellaneous series is soon ticking, man, as you only have a month left of me. We're October 3rd. You have about 27 days, 30 days left of me on YouTube, and after I'm done. When I mean I'm done, I mean I'm really done. I'm not playing any games, as I don't play around with this mess. I don't play around with being a porn star. I don't play around having sex with my stepmother. And I especially don't play around with death. If death doesn't wake you up, well, I don't know what will. I don't play around with death. Once I find out how wicked you are, when I make that final announcement, because once I make that final announcement, at the end of this month, my wife will be jumping for joy because she knows the time has come. Obviously, Ivan's about to become king. Vijay will be queen with him. I'm not gonna tell my family right away. I'll give it a good like 2 days, 2-3 days. Within those 3 days, I'll just watch my videos, get a laugh. And late at night time, I'll probably take a nice walk and have a smoke, man, because I know all hell's gonna break loose. And once I'm ready, in a couple of days afterwards, I will go upstairs and say, "Hey guys, I'm done my book. I want to get my book published. I want to self-publish my book. I want to get my books published. I need your help." I have to tell them that because I know the door's locked on me. And so I have to let them know, "Hey guys, I'm done my book. I want to get my book self-published." Tell them that and be really sincere. "Hey, I really need your help. I want to get my book self-published." And because of the gatekeepers, I have to tell them that because I know all the doors are locked on me. Hence, I have to tell the gatekeepers that. And eventually, in a couple days from then, they're going to sit me upstairs. I'll know the time has come when I see all my family upstairs, hey Ivan, come upstairs, you want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god, the time, and that's when I'll know the time has come. I'm gonna be a bit nervous, obviously, and a bit scared because I know that you guys are gonna. I'm not stupid. I forgot to post this game. I know you guys are gonna trap me with sharing or death. I'm not fucking stupid. Hence why what? That's why I'm gonna be a bit scared, obviously. But I'm also gonna be brave. I'm like, look, man, I know selling is a trap. I know if I sold out, you guys would win the game. You would see my glory. You'd be saved. You'd have control of my finances. Me and my wife are not king and queen. We're sharing with the world. You get your full cake. You guys will get your full cake. I get a trashy wife, which is fucking gross. Me and my wife don't get the glowing beauty. I get the full grown beard, obviously, but I won't get the glowing beauty. VJ will be fucking trash, which is fucking disgusting. I'm getting stinky, disgusting. So all those men got a VJ who was less trash, whereas I get fucking trash leftovers, which is fucking gross. That you gave me trash leftovers, obviously, and VJ will get more trash sharing with more men, more dirty men. I'd get trash sharing with more dirty women. You guys will get your full cake. You'd see my glory and you'd be saved. Ivan and VJ are sabotaging Hollywood. We have the fact that the fact that VJ is a survivor and she sold out. I'm not stupid. I know if I sold out, the Sapphires would never let me and her be billionaires. And even if we were billionaires, it's nothing compared to how much money I'd make if I self-published and if I didn't sell. Obviously, even if I did big budget movies in Hollywood, it's nothing compared to how much money I'd make if I started my own film entertainment company. And me and my wife would be dirty slaves. Would be a part of the Hollywood system. And so we will not be free. We would be dirty slaves because we both sold out. And we're part of the Hollywood system, obviously. And you guys, same time when you guys dream, you would see me and my wife's flesh because we're not trash, obviously. You wouldn't see our spirit, but at least you'll see our flesh. And you guys want your full cake completely because you guys are what? You're fucking crazy psychopaths. You want no matter what. It boggles my mind how selfish you are. You guys, no matter what, you guys want your full cake, man, completely, man, full cake, man, full cake. After causing mess in Ivan's life, we want him. If we have VJ share, because we want Ivan and VJ's relationship to be a complete fucked up mess. We want to cause horror and hell lives. We're so envious. We want the relationship to be a fucking mess, man. Because we're envious. Whereas we get to have our own boyfriend and husbands and wives and girlfriends all to ourselves. So you guys are fucking selfish people. And you're not even fucking God. You didn't fucking create this universe. And you have the guts to have me share when you don't even have to fucking share. Because you guys are selfish people. You somehow think you have the authority to have control of my relationship when you're not even fucking God. You didn't create this universe. I fucking created you. How dare you act like you have the right? You have right and control of my relationship. She's not your fucking wife. I'm not your fucking husband. Get that through your head, world. I'm not your husband. She's not your wife. Let go of your envy and do the right thing and say, you know what? Even though I'm envious, Ivan and Vijay deserve to have each other all to themselves because they create us. Just like I allow you to have your husbands and wives all to yourself, but you can't grant me the same prerogative because you guys are crazy psychopaths. You're nothing but a mess and white mate. No matter what, you want your full cake and eating it too because you're fucking selfish people. And that's why I'm not gonna let you do it like that. I'm choosing death. I'm not gonna do it like that. No fucking way. I know dying sucks, but I'd rather. I remember when I got knocked out of the rock. One minute when I was out, the next moment I woke up. I'd rather go through that horror. 1 minute I'm in that room, the next second I wake up. I get my freedom, my financial control, and I get a fresh wife all to myself. Whereas you guys got a trashy fucking VJ. You got a trashy VJ and you got a fucking fat Ivan. It's like set the whole thing up, obviously. There's no way in hell am I going to do like that. And I told you, once I make that final announcement, that is if Ivan married, I'll let my family know that I'm done my book. And their true nature will show. As I told you, this is the year when I'll be paying the fee, man. Sometime later this year, Ivan O'Mara will start paying the fee. Sometime in November, December, perhaps, Ivan O'Mara will start, perhaps maybe early next year, but most likely sometime this year. Once their true nature shows, within a good couple weeks from that time, I'll start paying the fee. I'll most likely be paying the fee in Ottawa or something like that. And I'll be having sex with all the famous women around the world, the celebrities, right? All the famous celebrities, I'll be having sex with a lot of those celebrities. Just like VJ had sex with all the famous men, all the celebrity men in Hollywood, pretty much. I'm going to be having sex with a lot of the celebrity women in Hollywood. Obviously, my wife will be tripping, obviously. There's a good chance you're going to see me trending online. You're going to see me trending online because now I'm a famous porn star. So when you see me hanging out in Ottawa, there's a good chance people are going to take pictures. And that's going to be trending online. VJ's going to see all those trends. You world are going to see all the trends, obviously. And you're going to remember that poor Ivan when he paid the fee before he's about to become king. And that's why my series will be very missed, obviously. And this series will be missed for generations to follow. Generations to follow. The new generations will watch this video, they'll all be shocked. Oh my god, this is before Ivan was king. This is before VJ was queen. Yeah, man. The new generation, this series will be missed for generations to follow, man. Because what? After I make that final announcement, that is it. I'm going to say this is it for Ivan Omer. I'm officially peacing out for good. I hope you will enjoy this series. I hope I entertain you guys. I hope you guys learn from your evil and wickedness. This is Ivan Omer. I'm officially signing out. Peace. And after that, I'm officially ending my miscellaneous series for good, as I'm not making more videos for you when I'm king. You made me pay a price because you guys are wicked people. You made God pay you made an innocent man pay a price. You didn't do anything wrong. All because of your envy. You're devil your envy. And so I'm also gonna cause mess in your life. When I read your king queen, you're not saved, you're left behind. All the average people in the world are gonna wish they can see Ivan the VJ and be saved and work for his company and be saved. Even the celebrities. Celebrities live the life every day. Well, they supposedly live the life because they're dirty slaves. They're not free. But celebrities, because they're rich and famous, they all get to live the life, obviously. And even celebrities are gonna feel like shit. They're all, like when me and my wife are living the life and we're king and queen. Even celebrities like Drake, Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez, Ariana. Well, Ariana Grande, I'm saving her. She'll be my movie. But even celebrities like Ariana Grande, you know what I'm saying? Drake, Justin Timberlake. These guys are fucking famous and rich. And these guys are obviously living the life, obviously, because they're very, very rich. Even those celebrities are going to feel like shit and feel left out. Because that's how top much of a life me and my wife are going to live. And that's how left out the whole world's going to feel. The celebrities are all going to feel like shit. And the average world are all going to feel like shit. Because everyone around the world is all going to be left behind. They're all left behind. They're not saved, obviously. Because that's how top much of a life me and my wife are going to be living. We're going to be living the amazing life, obviously. Me and my wife are going to be living the amazing life. That's how top much of a life me and my wife are going to live. I told you in my last video, me and my wife are not only going to live our amazing life in our personal life. When I take that year off with her after I plan Scotches with George Lucas for the 2 months, once we take our year off, me and my wife are going to have a huge bucket list. I want to go to Switzerland, Dubai, and Japan. Those are my 3 countries I want to visit first. VJ obviously has her own bucket list too, where she wants the countries that she wants to visit. Obviously, I always want to go to Korea too. South Korea. I always want to visit that. I heard South Korea is very beautiful. I always want to visit South Korea too. That's part of my bucket list, obviously. But those 3 countries I want to visit first. VJ obviously has her own list of countries. Me and my wife are going to be traveling to those countries. Same time, we're going to be hanging out in Vancouver. Vancouver's beautiful. And we're gonna be seeing the progress of our 100 million Route Condo getting built too, obviously. Now, once the 100 million Route Condo is built, me and my wife, after the 1 year vacation, me and my wife can chill in Vancouver for a good 2 months. Obviously, I don't know if I see my wife next September or next August, and we plan Scotches for 2 months. I don't know. September, October, we go on our vacation November. The following November 2023, once we take our year off and the Ruta cons, well, me and my wife can still chill for a couple months before we're hard at work in the office in 2024. 2024 should be when I'm hard at work in the office for Zanus, around there, right? And when me and my wife are taking that year off, yeah, man. So after me and my wife are taking like a year and like 2 months off, 2-3 months off. Because after we take our year, when we go on a 1 year vacation, when our Ruta condo is built, me and my wife will be enjoying our Ruta condo for a couple months before we're hard at work. We'll be in Vancouver chilling, enjoying our super advanced 100 million Ruta condo. And then before you know it, 2024 around there, early 2024, we hired our 7 team, we hired our doc team, we hired our graphic designer, web designer, all those guys. And then 2024, me and my wife are hard at work in the office for the last Hope for Zanus movie project. So not only are me and my wife going to live our life in our personal life, we're also going to live our life in our business life, as we're going to be what? We're going to be famous movie stars. We're going to be famous celebrities, as the doc team will be filming us. You know how Keeping Up with Kardashians are famous celebrities in the doc team films? The cameraman filmed them. Think something better quality than that, because I'm putting 10 million towards my doc. Top high-end documentary with special effects, nice music, all that stuff, right? Indie-style camera, like Naomi and Diaz on Kisses, cameras like that. Top high-end camera. You have that, and you also have the movie, which is even better. The movie you have the top high-end special effects. Me and my wife will be famous movie stars. And so we live in the life in our personal life, and we're also going to be living the life in our business life, obviously. At the end of the day, VJ, obviously, at the end of the day, the business stuff is nice, but I value the personal stuff with my wife more than the business, obviously. As the business is nice, obviously, I love being in movies, but at the end of the day, being in a movie is work. Acting in a movie is blood, sweat, and tears. It's work, obviously, but the end product is worth it because it's cool being in a big budget movie, obviously. But at the end of the day, my personal stuff in my life supersedes my business life, obviously. As your personal life, in my opinion, should supersede your business life. As your business life is just you working and making money, obviously. My business life is very important to me. Being in acting in the movie and all that stuff is all good. It's good, obviously. It's fun acting in the movie, obviously. But at the end of the day, traveling with my wife, hanging out with her in Vancouver, enjoying my $100 million condo, doing all the personal is obviously more important to me than the business life, obviously. Hence why I want to take a year off after each movie, because I value my personal time with my wife. I really do, man. I value that a lot, man. Hence why after each, I'm not going to be one of those crazy workaholics who acts in the movie and I take like 2 months off and I start my next project. No, man. After Last of Us Days, I'm taking a good like 8 months to a year off. A year off. I'm taking a good year off because don't forget, after each movie, me and my wife are also going to have to watch post production. And when we watch post production, that's part of what? That's part of when me and my wife take our year off. Me and her watching post production. That's part of what? That's part of the process of the 1 year, obviously. So technically speaking, me and my wife are only going to take a good, like, I don't know, 8-month vacation, 7-month vacation, something like that, because post productions for each movie is a couple months, a good 3 months plus around there. For Zayn, you're probably looking at 3-4 months of post production, and that's part of the 1 year. So technically speaking, me and my wife, so after post production is finished and the luxury hotel party happened, me and my wife will take a good like 6 months off. 6 months off around there before we start the organization movie, pretty much. So technically speaking, me and my wife, but because during post production, me and my wife are not working. We're just watching. Technically speaking, we're still our time off. Because for post production, me and my wife are just watching. We're not doing any work. We're just watching. The doc team's filming us. We can go. We watch for a couple hours. We can go back home. You know what I'm saying? Come back, watch a bit more. And while we're watching post-production, we can also take a 1 week vacation. Watch post-production for a good 3 weeks, take a 1 week vacation, come back, see the progress with the special effects team, all that stuff. Watch post-production for another 3 weeks. We can take a nice 1 week vacation. We can do that, obviously. As during post-production, me and my wife are not working. We're just watching, obviously. As it's good to be there with them to show that you're serious. It's very important to show that you're serious when you what. Don't just have the special effects work and say, okay, guys, I'm going to leave. No, man, you got to watch production to show it. Consider you invested money in your movie, you got to show it you're serious. Sean McCarroll here.